Listen, any rock star that calls himself a rock star is a complete asshole. So there's no way I'll say like, well, yeah, I'm a rock star. I just can't.
So your mother also brought along one of your report cards I'd like to share. Here, this is an actual report card from 6th grade, I believe. Would it be 80, 81?
That was a tough one. That was a tough year.
Okay, let's listen to this here. Was a tough year here. Let's see. Respects authority. Needs improvement. Is courteous. Needs improvement. Accepts responsibility. Unsatisfactory. Exercises self-control. Needs improvement. Exerts effort. Unsatisfactory. Begins and completes work on time. Unsatisfactory. Uses time wisely. Works neatly. Works accurately.
How long is this segment?
Dave, we have to talk about this.
How many pairs of black jeans do you own?
Do I own?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny when we come out, fuck you, motherfucker.
So, Paul got up and started playing this song on piano, and it was a new song, and it was amazing just to sit in this living room and watch him play piano. And he finished, and then everyone turned to me and said, like, all right, Dave, play a song. And I can't play piano, and I was a little out of sorts at that point.
And then I look around and Paul McCartney's left-handed. So all the guitars are left-handed.
I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? And right at that moment, Taylor Swift stands up. She goes,
I'll play a song.
and I'm like, oh my God. And so she saved my ass.
She's complete, yeah, that's saved
And
you
she
right
gets
there
up and
and
she
then.
starts playing this song, and it sounds familiar, and I'm kind of a little bit out of it, and I'm looking at my wife like, wait, I know this song. What is this song? And she was playing Foo Fighters song Best of Me.
You didn't recognize
And-
your own song.
No, I mean, it was like one of those nightmares where you're running backwards and you can't, like, everything was just, and I kind of just slumped down like, oh God, this is, but she was singing it, so, it was so beautiful.
Of course.
It sounded so great. And so then I got up next to her and started singing along, singing with her.
Yeah.
Because I sang it the way I sing it. I'm like, I got it!
It took me a minute to get over, like, that. Sure. And see Dave as just a person rather than...
I'm still not over it.
Yeah, the guy from Nirvana.
Yeah. He's the guy from Nirvana?
You know, I'm sitting right here.
Drumming was great, you know. I had this enormous drum set and really long hair in my face, and I could hide in the back and just beat the shit out of it. But I was barely recognized in that band. I could walk in the front door of a Nirvana show and no one would even know who I was.
Really?
So, pretty much, yeah. I mean, and then I'd go home and like, oh, we sold 1 million records? That's cool.
The thing is, we have some pictures here.
Okay.
Because someone in the audience, this is at Ullevi Stadium in Gothenburg. It's a big thing. And look at you. What do you do here? What is the thing? What's happening?
Well, I tripped over a cable, and I knew that I was coming down towards the ground, so I thought I would sort of just jump. And when I landed, I dislocated my ankle and I broke this bone right here. And I was just kind of in shock. And I was kind of embarrassed because that's kind of embarrassing, you know? I'm trying to be like, cool, rock star.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, right now, I'm gonna go to the hospital. I'm gonna fix my leg. But then I'm gonna come back, and we're gonna play for you again. I'm so sorry.
Well,
It hurt.
it kind of sucked a little. Although it didn't hurt when
At the
it
time
happened.
of work, because you're full of adrenaline.
So I had adrenaline in me, and there was a big stadium full of people. So I tripped and saw the edge of the stage. And it was this big festival stage, about 12 feet high. And I thought, like, no, I'll just jump. And then I landed, and I immediately got up to get up, and it was nothing there. It was like mochi. It was just like... But it was only the second song of the set, and I felt so bad that all those people had come and only seen 2 songs, you know? So I said to the audience, I said, oh, I'm gonna go fix this, then I'll be back. So they pulled me off to the side, and they're like, your ankle's dislocated. We must put it back in right now. And I was like, okay. Oh, no. And so they put gauze on my mouth, and I just bite on this, and then went, but my leg was broken too. I'm like, okay, can I finish the show? And this guy holding my ankle, he's like, well, I have to hold your ankle in place. And so I was like, well, then you got to come up on stage. That was the best show we've ever had.
And I have to tell you, that someone is a Swedish doctor, and he's here tonight. So I want, please welcome Dr. Johan Samson.
I'm doing great, and you? Hey Dave, thanks for doing these BBC One voiceovers. They're a little softer than you might be used to normally. I hope that's going to be okay.
That's fine.
But you know, we want a bit of rock, but not too much. I don't want to scare away the grannies.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Okay, so a few warm-up exercises then. Just red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry.
Yeah, that doesn't really work. I don't understand where music is headed. I don't really understand technology. I actually have sympathy or empathy for Justin Bieber sometimes.
What?
Like, what do you think's gonna happen? You just gave a 16-year-old $100 million. What the did you do?
Mom told your mom everything like happened on the road because moms don't even know everything.
I don't know if this is the appropriate place
I think
to
it
air
is.
their dirty laundry.
I think it might be the appropriate place. Is there anything?
Well,
is there anything you haven't told your mother? Dave Grohl, is there anything you have not told your mother about what happened on the road you'd like to share with us? And I'll turn to
You know, on the road, I felt safe on the road. It was at home where I got in all the trouble.
I was such a... You cut it out with that young shit? What is that, man?
Well, I really haven't touched a nerve, so I'm just gonna.
Well, I mean, come on.
At it.
I know, right? So, look at how young I look there and there. And
There was once when I used to sneak her car out at night by going and wait until she was asleep, and I'd go and find her keychain, which was this Broadway ticket that you got from Evita in 19... You know. And the thing was like a cowbell, so in order for me to get it out of the house without making any noise, I'd get a towel, and I'd wrap it in a towel, and then I'd go out to the Ford Fiesta, and then I'd back it down the driveway, start it up down the street, and go around. And so this one night, I was bringing it back up to the house, up the driveway, but I had to cut the engine before I got up the driveway. So I get up the driveway, and then I pull up the emergency brake, and I get out of the car, and I close the door, and I'm walking through the kitchen. We have this picture window that went down the front yard, and I'm tiptoeing through the living room, and I look out, and the car is rolling down the street. But she never knew. I got away with it. Yeah. There was once when we did Saturday Night Live, and Christopher Walken was the host.
Amazing.
And he comes up and he's like, he asked us if the accent was on Foo or Fighters. And we know who he is. Like, of course, we know how he speaks, and he said, the accent is on Fighters, actually. So he goes up there.
How did he ask you? How did he ask you?
I'm not going to say that because he goes up, he's like, ladies and gentlemen, Foo Fighters. Because I knew that's what happened. I was like, don't say, most people say Foo Fighters, but the way Christopher Walken says it, Foo Fighters.
Hi, I'm Chris Walken. I'm hosting Saturday Night Live this week with musical guest Foo Fighters.
What's the first thing you do when you come off tour?
Eat junk food. You would think that while we're on the road, we eat. Yeah. You'd imagine it's just like Burger King every day, but it's not.
Could you imagine?
But Dave, you also appeared in the X-Files.
I was obsessed with the X-Files.
Wow.
I don't want to scare you, but I was an obsessive fan.
Oh, I didn't know
Oh my God, I was
so much so
obsessed with that television show.
Here you are, right? We've got to... This is amazing. Watch carefully, because Blink and you'll miss it, but he's the man in the puffer jacket. Was it...
There you go. You got it. I was on the X-Files.
I actually brought you a gift to repay the...
Oh, you did?
I did.
Is it it? Oh,
it's right here.
Is it? Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah,
Okay, what is that?
Right
Oh,
there.
thank you very much.
That's just to say thank you.
Oh,
for letting me.
Thank you.
Be on the show.
What is this? Is it Han Solo's jacket?
Unfortunately not.
Oh my God!
And I called it Foo Fighters because I didn't want people to know it was me if they heard it. And then I took it home and I scared my kids with it. I scared the housekeeper with it. And it got to the point where it's like, I gotta get this thing. Oh, here we go. She kind of...
People like to see pictures of babies, and we don't have one, so...
Okay, I'll show you what she sort of looks like. She kind of looks like this right now.
Adorable.
She has huge blue eyes. She smiles a lot, and she weighs about 36 pounds.
Oh, it's adorable. That's cute.
You actually bring your mom to a lot of fun places.
Oh man, she's been on tour more than most rock moms I know. She's perfectly comfortable on the road though. You know, I give her a laminate and play a gig and come back to the dressing room and she's having a beer with Green Day.
Get a shotgun. I might already have one.